Well, it's another beautiful summer day, and here we are looking at Blue Thunder again. Now, some people don't know is this truck is a bit of a rare model because one of the options it has. So, for one, it's an F350, which weren't as common in 78 and 79. A lot of them were 150s or 250s. Number two, it's a Ranger XLT, which is pretty much the highest you could go before you got the Lariat. And number three, it's something called a Super Camper Special. Now, you may wonder, well, what's a Super Camper Special? Well, let's start off with what a camper special is. So, when they referred to them as camper specials, they meant they were ready to have a camper put into them. So they would have the special places for the tie downs and locations for that. Now, Blue Thunder's missing a couple, the front ones, but still has the back ones right here. So that's where your tie down for the camper would be. Now, the regular camper special would have the tie downs like that. You can see I got one here. We're using it as a parts truck here. That's also a super cab. Super cab meaning extended cab. But one cool thing about the regular camper special is right here it would have a toolbox. So you could put your jack handles and everything else you would need for the camper in there. So while the camper special had a toolbox there, what the super camper special had there is a compartment a little bit bigger here. And if you can see the line, kind of lines here, it kind of blends pretty well into the body, but if we look a little bit lower, you got a tire hanging out there. So that was actually the location of the spare tire. So you didn't have to go underneath the truck to get the spare tire out, which was a very handy thing if you're camping and have your vehicle fully loaded. Okay. So then you might be asking, well, how easy is it to get to that spare tire? Because you got a big panel right here. Well, Ford engineers made it actually pretty easy. I can do it in just a couple of minutes. So, first of all, you got two pins that pop down. They're hidden behind the body. You got that one there. And one. Wait a minute. Right there. So once those pins pop down, make sure they're down all the way. The panel comes right out. And two hooks there. There you go. You now have access to your spare tire. A little bit closer view of what the tire carrier area looks like. You can see it's actually cut into the box, so it's pretty well thought out, I think. In order to get the tire out, just move this guy over, back this guy up, and unscrew this guy. Whoops. So we're gonna hold the camera straight for you guys. My apologies. This guy falls forward, just like that, and then you can get your tire. Oh. And there you have it. No special tools needed to get your tire out. I mean, you're still going to need a tire wrench and a jack to get the wheel up and change the tire over, but you know, that's a pretty good idea. Well, I figured while I have the side open, I'd give it a clean up. I tacked it with some Spray 9 and a good aggressive brush and hose, and did some cleanup in there. Then I went and grabbed that can of Quick Coat. It's the same stuff I used for some of the other underside stuff I did in another video, and gave it a quick spray bomb. The only problem is I kind of ran out. So it does look better, but unfortunately I haven't been able to find any more of that Quick Coat, so I'm gonna have to find something else. Luckily it's just a flat black color, so it shouldn't be too hard to find something that'll work in comparison. So now I'm just gonna let that sit and dry. As you can tell, I just sprayed it maybe 5 minutes ago. It's already looking pretty dry, so it shouldn't take me too long. And I actually picked up another can of the paint I used for the tailgate. You can tell it's very blue on that side, but look at this side. It actually matches pretty good. So I think I'm gonna do some test spots, areas that aren't so obvious with a can, and see how it actually lines up once the paint's on the paint, and see what she looks like, because there's definitely a few spots that could be touched up with. Other side note, sorry, my brain seems to be a bit of a squirrel today. I'm just kind of all over the place and doing all sorts of different things. This is the spare tire that came with the truck. Now, this is the original tire size, not the original tire. It's a radial, not a bias ply. But look at the size of it. The 9.50 R 16.5 LT. So that means it's a 16.5 rim size, which they don't really do anymore. Ford did it, I think, up until the mid 80s. It was the kind of the common size that all their heavy duty trucks came with. As you can see, someone previous to me switched over to some 17-inch rims. Makes a lot more sense. A lot easier to find tires for that size. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I just did a little test spot there. Had some rust, just starting, surface rust starting to show through, so I thought I'd touch it up there. It would be a pretty good spot to try. And you can't really tell where I've sprayed and where the old paint is, so I think this is going to be a pretty good color match to be able to touch up quite a few spots. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. And just like that, a few minutes, some patience. Touched up a few areas on Blue Thunder, so she's more blue than multicolored now, which is kind of nice. See, this area here has had some body work in the past. I don't know what exactly they did, but you can tell it's starting to rot already, but it's been kind of going flat black, so I kind of touched it up there, so now at least now it's all blue. So you can no longer tell from across the parking lot that there's something wrong there. And just like that, spare tires put away, and you can't tell that that's where that's supposed to be. So it looks good. One of the other differences between the regular trucks and the Camper Special, the Super Camper Special, and I believe the Trailer Specials, is they have a second battery under the hood. All right, for all you young kids, this is what performance looks like back in the day. This is a 460 7.5 liter engine. You can tell I got the air cleaner lid flipped up for the extra 5 horsepower. So like I mentioned before, the difference between the regular trucks and the Camper Special, Trailer Special, and the Super Camper Special is they had 2 batteries. So we have this one on this side, which is for the truck, so it runs everything your truck uses. Then they had one over here on this side of the engine that you would use for your camper or your trailer to run anything in there. So that's why they're called the Camper Special, the Super Camper Special, and the Trailer Special. I believe the Trailer Special was similar to the Camper Special, with the exception of instead of tie downs on the truck, it came with a hitch from the factory.